our etheric body, as I said, is connected to our ancestry and can store and does store family patterns and traumas from anything our kin has not faced or transformed. And this is especially for people who've had family members who've gone, and most of us haven't, some in our family history, where people have gone through war, through trauma. Anything a family has not worked on, parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, and transformed, will end up coming through new generations as issues. And often, I'll talk about stomach is one of them. So because the stomach is about digesting food, but also digesting your life experiences, when there has been a myriad of them that have not been digested, and through old emotions, through negative charge, through conflict, the stomach has no room. And this is why you see when people get older, they'll often put on weight around their stomach as protection, as numbness, because it's like they need more space, right? They need to expand because there's so much they're holding onto, so much. So this is one of the first areas that gets deeply impacted, and it doesn't necessarily show up earlier in life, although for me it did, because my grandparents went through massive trauma. By the time I was 6, I was in the hospital because I couldn't digest food, right? And it didn't have to do with me personally, I feel, from all my exploration, but it had to do with the trauma that my grandparents were holding on to through all the death that they saw, through all the loss that they had, that they just numbed, in relation to their lives and the war that they went through.
Hi, I'm Martin. This is me 1 month ago. And this is me 2 years ago. Can you see the difference? I bet you can. I was able to lose my weight using Inna techniques, and I have been studying and working with her for more than 3 years now, and I would like to share my experiences with her. Basically, whatever challenges I got, I can use my toolbox with Inna teachings. So let me give some examples. I got a brother who was diagnosed with schizophrenia, and when I was a kid, it was so stressful and hurtful, and it was such a heavy burden. So I was able to set my boundaries and let go of that heavy burden. Money was a big topic for me, and whenever I got to pay something that I did not expect, I was so paralyzed that I could only lie down and breathe, nothing else. But with Inna techniques, I can face it and co-create whatever I want in my life. Inna has brought a lot of understanding of spirituality. I got a 7-year-old son who's very clever, and he can ask very deep spiritual questions. So I'm very lucky that I can understand it better now, and I can explain it to him the way he understands it. It's very powerful for him, for me too. I'm an artist, and working with Inna has helped me to clear and deepen my visions and my visual impulses. And I can also connect to my creativity in a much easier and better way. Inna also has got some great techniques for improving communications. My father had not been speaking to me for years, and I contacted him, and we have built up a relationship again, and we are still building it. It's much better than it was ever before.